All right, the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial resumes tomorrow. Opening statements are expected to begin once the jury is seated, and the eagerly awaited testimony of Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura could happen soon after. Ventura is seen on that now infamous video being dragged down a hotel hallway as a central witness for the prosecution. Combs issued an apology after the video surfaced. Lawyers for the music mogul have maintained that no crimes were committed and the sexual encounters were consensual. Defense attorney Misty Marris is joining me right now. Misty, so what are your expectations tomorrow?
So tomorrow we're going to have a seated jury for Frederica, and this is going to be really interesting. We know that there had been 45 jurors qualified. A couple had second thoughts last minute, even as soon as Thursday, understanding the gravity of sitting on this jury. So the judge actually punted final aspects of jury selection until Monday so that people didn't have time to really maybe have second thoughts over the weekend. But jury selection, we're going to know who those 12 jurors are, 6 alternates. And then shortly thereafter, opening statements are going to start to unfold. And that's going to be the roadmap for both the prosecutor and the defense case. So this is going to be a huge day in court on Monday.
Right. And so we know in that opening statements, I mean, at least for the defense attorneys, we know that they are going to try to underscore that this was consensual. These were consenting, adults involved here. But then the defense attorneys, that team has to overcome I guess, public opinion, that has already been cemented in a lot of ways because of that video involving Cassie Ventura. So what's your expectation of how they will lay out their roadmap?
So absolutely, that video is very, very damaging to the defense, and they're going to have to deal with it coming right out the gate because they know the jury is going to see it. So here's the themes to look for. We know prosecutors, they're going to have the theme of this is an all-powerful individual, successful, rich, using his money and his power to coerce through force, fraud, and coercion these individuals into not only committing crimes, but also into these freak-offs, into this sex trafficking ring. So that's the prosecutor's theme. Defense is going to have to deal with that video right out front, Frederica, and the way they're going to do this is to try and put it in a box. And what I mean by that is saying that Cassie Ventura and Diddy were in a relationship for over a decade, and it was a tumultuous relationship, a relationship fraught with domestic violence incidents, which are absolutely terrible. However, it doesn't rise to the level of the charged conduct as prosecutors are alleging. It doesn't rise to the level of sex trafficking or conspiracy. It was an isolated, I know that's going to be the theme. And then they're going to have to go on and say that these freak-offs, we know this is central to the case. These were consensual encounters. Diddy lived the lifestyle of a swinger, and so the individuals who were involved consented to this. So that's how they're going to try and deal with this. And they know what evidence is going to come out in the courtroom. They're going to have to contextualize it for the jury.
And among the prosecution witnesses, the expectation is Cassie Ventura will be called to testify. And do you see that she will be right out the gate after opening statements?
So she's going to be the star witness. We know that witness number 1 right now, that's going to be a male escort who's going to set the stage for the prosecutor's argument regarding prostitution by transporting individuals over state lines. That's going to be a short witness. Witness 2, we don't know who that is yet, another short witness. Witness 3, that's Cassie Ventura, and she's scheduled to take up the rest of the week. She's a star for the prosecutors because not only is she going to talk about that force, fraud, and coercion element that is required to be established under the law with respect to sex trafficking, she's also going to talk about what this conspiracy was, how this process played out, how people were recruited into the freak-offs. She's really critical. And we know the defense is going to cross-examine, and this is huge. This came out just last week. The defense has asked the judge to cross-examine on what they say was a mutually violent relationship between Cassie and Diddy to try and undercut that idea that she was engaging in anything through coercion. So tough one, Fred. She's a pregnant woman who's a victim of abuse. They're going to see that video. Better be a little gentle on that defense side during cross.
All right, Misty Marris, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.